Good afternoon, everybody. Great to have you with us here at Santa Rita Polo Farm. The weather has definitely changed for the better as I welcome you all here for the final game of round 3 of the WPL Triple Crown of Polo 2021. Casablanca out there in the dark shirts with Grant Ganzi at 1, Juancito Bellini at 2, Barto Castagnolo at 3, and the 10 goal of Juan Martinero playing the back position at number 4. Pampa Norte with Waqas Al-Siddiq. At number 1, the young man from Canada, Santiago Losa, the first of our 2 8-goalers playing at number 2. Magula Prida, there is the other 8-goaler playing at number 3. And Pedro Falabella at number 4 playing off 6 goals. The 2 mounted umpires this afternoon, Gaston Dorignac and Esteban Ferrari. And we have Federico Martelli as third man. Just now waiting for the players to line up for that first throw-in. As I say, this the final game of round 3. Wednesday, day after tomorrow, then the semi-finals. And of course, on Saturday, the 17th of April, the big final of this, the 4th and final WPL Series of Tournaments 2021. And of course, after the final on the 17th, everybody going down to Miami Beach for what, after of course last year's cancellation, a lot of players were very keen and looking forward to a fun family tournament right on Miami Beach. Very much looking forward to going down there. As I say, that'll be from the 22nd through to the 25th of April. So let's have a look at how these 2 teams have fared so far, coming into their 3rd game of the WPL Triple Crown of Polo 2021. Casablanca coming into this match with a clean sheet, 2 wins. The first was a golden goal scored by the 10-goaler Juan Martinero in the 7th chukker, when they beat Oria Polo team 13 goals to 12. The second also a very, very close affair, 13 goals to 12, but that was played in the full 6 chukkers of that match. Pampa Norte coming with exactly the opposite. Out of 2 games played, no win so far. The first, they lost to White Birch, again in that 7th chukker. The golden goal scorer there, Facundo Llorente. And lost the second game also to Oria Polo team, 9 goals to 13, which is surprising because Pampa Norte, a very, very strong team there with especially those 2 8-goal players, Laprida and Losa, and a very solid back at number 4, Falabella. Delighted to be sitting alongside Mr. Steve Lane. Good afternoon, Steve.
Hello, Jan. Great to be here. It's warmed up a little bit since this morning. The clouds have gone away momentarily. We have bright sunshine for a change right here, and looks like the players and umpires are ready to get things underway.
When you say for a change, we're in Florida, Steve. It's always sunny in Florida.
Well, it wasn't this morning for most parts of the game, so here we are. We're underway, and Grant Ganzi taking that ball towards goal. Here's Grant Ganzi, double G on the move. Right here, however, it looks like that ball is going to be wide to the left-hand side and over the back line.
So, first win of the throw-in there by Casablanca. Not that I am, of course, superstitious, but very often the polo players are. I remember when I used to play myself, Steve, my left boot would come on first, and then my right boot, and I would also take them off exactly that way. So there is a lot of superstition in the world of polo. And some players believe that if you win the first throw-in, you are more unlikely to win that game at the end. Here we go then. Ball's back in play. A hit in from the back line. Remember, Casablanca today playing in the black shirts and Pampa Norte in the white shirts. Get the ball over the halfway line. Player over on the far side. Man with the number 2, I think. Was it 2 or 3 on his shirt? Sending the ball up to Falabella. Falabella trying to do something with it now. Falabella with a cut shot over into the danger zone, just putting that one wide. So both first attacks of both first shots on goal, the first coming from Grant Ganzi, just going wide, and now Pampa Norte. Also now Pampa Norte, of course, being a 22-goal team, will come into this game with a 4-goal advantage. Casablanca, therefore, must be, and of course, are 26 goals. Over on the far side, that'll be Castagnola. Castagnola might be looking to send this one up to Ganzi, who once again is trying to lose his marking defending player, Waqas Al-Sadiq. Ganzi will pick this one up on a bouncing ball there. Not easy to do. It's sent back here by the number 3, Laprida. Laprida easy to spot for Pampa Norte with the white helmet and always a white breastplate on his pony. We'll leave this one behind. Pampa Norte. All of a sudden we've got a nice flowing game going on here. On the far side it'll be Falabella.
Falabella, that ball pops over the boards, and so we'll have a change of possession right there on Esteban Ferrari, who will drop the ball and allow Casablanca to put the ball back in play.
So, as you said, change of possession, quickly taken. Here he comes. A long drive there by Juan Martinero. Again, dropping it right on the green there. In the danger zone was Juancito Bellini, but Pampa Norte, and they've been doing this, Steve, throughout the season. A very solid defending team as well, of course, as well as being a very a strong attacking team. But I do like the way their defensive strategy has paid dividends. That's the pass, giving it to Waqas Al-Sadiq, the young man from Canada. Trying to correct it there on the near side. Got a little bit unlucky as Barto Castagnola will pick it up and turn it around. Castagnola now, once again, looking at Bellini, who's trying to lose the man that I was just talking about, Magula Prida. Now, Bellini, of course, a very, very solid player of 4 goals. And, of course, Casablanca having won the third in the series of the WPL, the Palm Beach Open. But now let's go and watch Waqas Al-Sadiq. Al-Sadiq, can he finish it? Sadiq, Waqas Al-Sadiq, very unlucky there. Got a little bit of pressure from none other than Juan Martinero. And I know who wouldn't be under pressure if you've got a 10-goal riding up behind you. But a great effort and very unlucky there on that run for Waqas Al-Sadiq. 3:50 on the clock, and we are going to have the first courtesy change of the afternoon. But I'll count you in, Steve. I'll count you in. Quick pony change, 45 seconds, allowing the players to come back on fresh mounts. Here they come then. Play will, of course, resume where that whistle blew at 3:50. Still no score out of regular play. 4 goals at the moment on the scoreboard in favour of Pampa Norte. Here we go then, ball's back in play. A nice long drive from Juan Martinero, this time finding Juancito Bellini. A lot of space here for the young 4-goaler. And he will maybe just leave this one behind, giving it back to Juan Martinero, who will send it across the field looking for Castagnola. Castagnola now. Oh, had it stolen off him there by Falabella. Falabella with an under-the-neck shot, looking for his number 2, Santiago Losa. Losa will pick this one up on the turn, using the sideboards there as a little bit of an assist, allowing his players to regroup and get up in front. There's the daisy cutter. Nice play here and a nice pass for Waqas Al-Sadiq. But I think we had a little bit of shading there, a little bit of a crossing the line, because Castagnola coming at an angle, Steve.
Yes, he was. So it looks like we will have a penalty 5B in favor of Casablanca from the point of the infraction. Excuse me, 5A, not 5B.
I was just about to say, Steve, come on, keep up, keep up.
Yep, trying. I'm going to the whip right here. Okay. Juan Martinero's going to put that ball back into live action with a drive over to Grant Gansey.
Gansey. Oh, he just slightly overshot that one. He realized that he was slightly off timing there, but luckily he's got Castagnola. Will pick it up off the sideboards. Castagnola, a little chip shot there, gets it over the halfway line, sends it back to Juan Martinero. But in the thick of it is Pedro Falabella. Castagnola now with Juan Martinero supporting him, gives it back to the Tengola. He whips one across the field. Now, will that stay in play as Juancito Bellini, they're trying to chase it. Always done well to pick it up. Nice little turn there on the back line. Still Casablanca with possession. And Bellini just keeping his composure. A lot of legs there in front of that goal mouth. And a little open backhander there. I believe that was Grant Gansey. And that is goal number 1 for Grant Gansey here in the first chukker.
Grant Gansey picking up on the deflection of the ball off a pony. Taking it forward just one time and backing it right through the goal to put the first Casablanca goal on the board.
Well, it took nearly 5 minutes. Oh, I say nearly a little over 4 minutes here for that first goal to be scored. So 4 goals to 1. Pampa Norte still, I think, just adjusting to this very, very strong contender. Now, of course, the semi-finals on Wednesday, where Casablanca very much would like to be a part of. Again, down the field, Pampa Norte coming back with a nice little offensive play here. Castagnola now doing the rotation, coming back in defence, picking that ball up in front of his own goal mouth. Castagnola, a nice long ball looking for Juancito Bellini. And he's out in front, and he's got quite a bit of space here on Leprida. Bellini now, will he go for the cut shot or will he try and tap it in? He's going to tap it in with one more shot. Nice little play the way he tees it up there. I told you he was dangerous. Juancito Bellini getting goal number 2. So the young guns here opening up the scoring for Casablanca.
Juan Bellini reading that play from Barto Castagnola. Long ball with Juancito and then gets 3 or 4 horse lengths on Magula Prida. Staying out front and working that ball straight towards the goal and putting it on through where it counts. 4-2 the score here with 1:35 left on the clock.
So back to the center they come then. And let's see if Casablanca can make it at least 3 goals in this first chukker. As it's picked up over there once again by Falabella. Falabella over on the far side. Falabella will give this one now to Santiago Losa. And he unleashes a powerful shot towards goal. That might even hit the target, just going wide. And that might be the only way to crack this nut. So end of the first chukker there. You heard the horn. 4 goals to 2 played after the first chukker. We will be right back with chukker number 2. Yeah, that's Falabella with the number 4. Exactly, 6 goal, and then Leprida and Losa both have 8. And there he is, the young man from Canada, Waqas Al-Siddiq. Very actively involved in that first chukker. Very close to getting a score also in that first chukker. Here we go then, ball's going to be hit into play by the Tengola, Juan Martinero for Casablanca. Sends it across the field, looking for it. Might be a little bit short there for Gansey. He's going to have to wait, let that ball come to him. On the turn, couldn't pick it up. Castagnola will pick this one up now and try and run with it still. Again, couldn't control it. There's the turn around quickly. The ball back in possession here of Pampa Norte. Falabella running into a little bit of traffic there with Castagnola. And something which has been very far and few between in this game so far, Steve. A whistle.
A whistle on the play. A whistle, yes, sir. So it looks like a penalty 5A in favor of Casablanca. And hit to Castagnola, teeing the ball up for Juan Nero. Here is Nero to put the ball back in play. Juancito Bellini and Grant Gansey headed downfield, and Head is going to watch that ball drop out front, and there is Juancito on the near side. Can't quite get a hold of it. That's Barto Castagnola, and here is Loza. Santiago Loza takes the ball along the boards, drops it off for Falabella.
That's Magula Prida. Magula Prida, the man with the number 3, who will take it now and get it over the halfway line. Falabella will tuck in behind. Coming back now also is Loza to lend a helping hand. Nice the way they just took care of business over on the far side. Here comes that drive, and again they're going to be looking a lot for the man at the front door, Waqas Al-Sadiq. Again, great rotation play here by Casablanca. This time it was Grant Ganzi going back in defence, deep in his own half. Waqas Al-Sadiq will be trying to stay with him. A little bit of a sword fight going on there between Falabella and Castagnola. Castagnola coming out on top, slams one high in the sky. Looking for Juancito. It's going to be a little bit short, but Grant Ganzi will try and steal this one. There's the open backhand again, playing it into the path of Castagnola. A little near side pickup attempt there by Laprida. Couldn't control it. Castagnola now within shooting distance. Castagnola getting closer and closer. Will take it out to the right-hand side. Will he play the under the neck? I think he will, because he heard me. And he just puts it wide. He
puts it wide. Very difficult neck shot right there for even Barto Castagnola. So once again, a knock-in here with a little under 5.5 minutes left here in the second period of play. So here comes Pedro Falabella putting the ball back in play, looking for a teammate. They're all over on the right-hand side of the field, and he's going to plop one down right in front of Loza. Plop. Here is Loza, Santiago Loza, sending it back over to Falabella. And Falabella, that ball up against the boards and over the boards. So we will have another change of possession play right here, as you call COP.
That's right. Change of possession very quickly done. The umpire will drop the ball, allowing the player then 8 seconds to go. Well, he will drop it within 8 seconds. That's a nice pass through the centre there, looking for Castagnola. Oh, that was a big mistake. That will cost him, if it's gone through, dearly. As Juancito there just took that miss hit from the player before, but I think the ball went wide. Now, those are the kind of critical plays in front of goal that you cannot afford at this level. So they were very lucky there. As once again, Pampa Norte have possession after that miss hit from Casablanca, getting things underway. 4:12 on the clock.
Here it is, Laprida. Laprida has Waqas out front, sending a long pass down front, but Grant Ganzi has a little bit of a jump on Waqas El-Sadiq. Ball's backed by Ganzi, and a nice back shot picked up by Barto. Barto now on the move. He's got 2 white shirts going back, including Santiago Loza. Barto can't control that bouncing ball, and Laprida comes in here for a back shot, setting up once again Santiago Loza. Loza on the move. He's got a few steps on Barto Castagnola, looking for Falabella. Loza comes through on his own shot. Here comes Waqas El-Sadiq, but Grant Ganzi playing the ball on the near side, and now a nice neck shot over to the boards and over the boards, actually from center field. So what a powerful neck shot by Grant Ganzi there at the north end of the field. A change of possession play going to happen right here, where that ball will be brought out 60 yards, 8 seconds counting, and we'll do our courtesy horse change while we are right here.
Are we still recording? So 3:10 on the clock. Here they come back out. Casablanca already out on the field, ready to continue with remaining 3 minutes and 10 seconds of this second chukker. Still 4 goals to 2. Casablanca getting off to a very good start in that first chukker. Remember, Pampa Norte coming into this game with 4 goals in hand. And so far, very calm, very open, very fair. And as you said, Steve, definitely a change to the weather we had this morning. Let's not even talk about the weather we had yesterday. So, play is called, and it'll be the man with the number 2, Santiago Losa, who will get things underway here. A daisy cutter, well, they can be bouncing and therefore quite dangerous on the Polo field, but it's intercepted nicely by Castagnola. And Castagnola will send Juancito Bellini on his way. Just ever so slightly beaten to it there once again by Pampa Norte. Great defensive play. Bellini will, of course, would like to get it back. And he does get it out to Castagnola. Losa there trying to do a little bit of damage limitation there and steal it back now then. Bellini, a little under the next shot, looking for Castagnola. It's a bit too far for Castagnola to get to. Oh, and a mistake that Castagnola will capitalize on. He's now in front of goal, will take a shot and makes, I believe, no mistake. Oh, it's gone wide.
It's gone wide, and we've got a penalty 6 coming our way right here on the safety, as Falabella did get some contact on the ball to keep it from scoring. That ball went right by him on the left-hand side, and he was able to save that goal from being scored, so Casablanca will have the ball just to the left-hand side of the penalty 4 mark, where Barto Castagnola, I believe, may attempt this penalty 6.
Yeah, there was definitely a slight little deflection as Castagnola took that shot to goal. I actually thought it still went in after the deflection, but what are we, about 150, 180 yards away from the goal?
158.
You sure about that?
Positivo.
I'll just round it up and call it 160. So, Castagnola now. And knowing Barto, he will send this one high in the sky. And there it is. No mistake, Castagnola. His first goal of the afternoon. Now, just Juan Martinero left in that team to score. Ganzi and Bellini both having scored in the opening chukker. And they are only 1 goal away of the equalizer.
Absolutely. 4-3 with a little under 2 minutes left here in the second period. So, all players coming back to center to line up on Esteban Ferrari, one of the 2 mounted officials out there this afternoon, and he gives players back the ball. And who's going to come up with it? But Pampa Norte, Magula Prida sending a ball down to Santiago Losa. Losa on the ball right here, flips it over to Pedro Falabella, and Falabella trying to take that ball towards goal, running into a little bit of a mix, and Waqas Al Sadiq comes on through, and we want to hear something from the Al Sadiq fan club down there as he scores a goal to put his team the first goal of the day, scored from the field for Pampa Norte.
Well, that was a goal in definitely overdue. Waqas being very active here this afternoon and keeping his composure. Very cool. Execution absolutely perfect. Restoring a slight little cushion here of 2 goals, 5 goals to 3. We are still in the second chukker, but under a minute left to play, 45 seconds to be precise, as Ganzi will pick this one up from the throw-in. Ganzi looking to maybe send this one up to Bellini. Bellini will lose his defending player, the man who's marking him, and Bellini will try and keep that ball in play, just overshot it ever so slightly, and I'm pretty sure that will be end of chukker number 2. So a goal apiece. They leave the field 5 goals to 3 in favour of Pampa Norte. Steph, did you press record? So here we go then, welcome back. Action continuing, chukker number 3, 5 goals to 3. And that last chukker with a great goal coming from Waqas Al-Sadiq. Play, of course, will resume with a hit in here for the team in white, Pampa Norte, if you've just joined us. Pampa Norte, of course, in the white shirts, Waqas Al-Sadiq, Santiago Losa, Magula Prida, and Pedro Falabella. For Casablanca in the black shirts, Grant Ganzi, Juancito Bellini, Bato Castagnola, and Juan Martinera. That ball, as you would say, trickling over the sideboards, so there will be a change of possession, a COP, or as we call it, a COP. And as you can see, the umpire will drop that ball and count 8 seconds. And it'll be Juan Martinero who will just tap that ball into play. Juan Mana, who's he going to play it to? He's got quite a few choices up at front. This one, I think, had Grant Ganzi's name on it, but nice intercepted there by the number 4, I believe that was, Pedro Falabella. No, beg your pardon, it was Laprida. As Bellini now, very difficult shot on the near side, tries to do an under the neck to get that ball on a 90-degree angle. Great attempt there by the 4-goaler. And it just went wide, but again, the flag is raised. We will have a safety 60, the ball coming off a defending player. So the second time now at the same end of the field, Steve, the south end of the field, a safety 60, and we know that the man who already took one of these and converted, Barto Castagnola.
And did you notice the goal judge down there helping the umpires out by calling that safety by raising her flag straight above her head, signaling the ball has gone out by a defending player.
Yeah, and that, of course, is the wonderful Chase. Who's the other goal judge, Steph? Chase? This afternoon, the goal judges are Pedro and Chase. Very important job that they have, Steve. Very important job.
Well, they are an official of the game.
Absolutely. Now, of course, having said that, the mounted umpires can always overrule that decision, pull the trigger if they need to. But now let's see what Castagnola can do here. Another one of those high in the sky kind of balls that you can see Chase there waving a flag. So the second safety 60 converted by Barto Castagnola. He did the same in the previous chukker, and that makes it 5 goals to 4 with 6:01 on the clock.
So all players coming back to the center of the field, well, they will receive live action play from Esteban Ferrari. Working along with Gaston Dorniac, Ferrari in the yellow umpire shirt and Dorniac in the red, but here is Magula Prida winning the lineup right here, running the ball forward and then taking a back shot back over to Santiago, Pedro Falabella.
Losa with a daisy cutter there, and he just got a little piece of it to stop the pace coming from that ball. Now Falabella is on the ball, but straight away Bellini, reading it well, just teeing it up nicely, an open back shot looking for Castagnola, and Castagnola in turn looking for Ganzi. Ganzi now looks over his shoulders, picks it up nicely. Still Ganzi, that touch a little bit too far, that ball still had quite a bit of pace on it. Losa will turn things around. Up at the front now, they're also doing the rotation play. Falabella now coming back, playing the number 4 position. Castagnola will just dance the ball around on the halfway line. Castagnola not happy with that, and that'll be picked up, I'm pretty sure, by Falabella. Falabella, as Waqas Al-Sadiq will try and clear the way for the 6-goal player. Sends it out to the right-hand side looking for Magula Prida. Castagnola needs to give way. He does very quickly, getting off that line. Still Magula Prida. Here comes the drive. Looking possibly, I thought, maybe for Falabella, but that ball did not go anywhere near Falabella as it ends up at the feet at the doorstep of the 10-goaler Juan Martinero. Well, of course, now also this field had a lot of rain last night, so a little bit like we had on the field this morning, Steve. Not quite yet dried out, but having said that, I tell you, the ground staff here have done an incredible job preparing these fields the way they have after the amount of rain that we had for the last, nearly 24 hours. It started yesterday afternoon, which is, of course, why we had to postpone our morning game to this morning, and then all evening and all night long we had a lot of rain, which of course is much needed here at this time of year. It's been a very, very dry winter so far. And that, of course, makes the field a little bit slower and heavier for the players to play on. A lot better than it was this morning as we go back and now watch Falabella. Falabella trying to find a little bit of an opportunity here, but it comes out at the feet this time for Castagnola. Castagnola on the volley here, takes it over the halfway line. Castagnola will probably run this one himself. Nero will send it back up to the front into the danger zone. Castagnola will be very thankful for that. A bit of a bouncing ball again. There comes the near side attempt, but it's going to be Juan Martiner with an under the neck shot, making no mistake, as a 10-goaler wouldn't, and that is goal number 1. So now Casablanca, all 4 players on the score sheet.
And the equalizer performed there by Juan Martin Nero. So what a play, picking up the loose ball that Castagnola couldn't quite keep a handle on, and Nero making that next shot right through the goalpost while we have our courtesy horse change here in the third period.
Yeah, great to see the way they back each other up, but this is, of course, one of the things that Casablanca have been doing throughout the season. The rotation play, the backing up of each other, and of course, when you've got 19 goals between those two players, Castagnola and Juan Martinero, chances are one of them's going to hit the target.
Absolutely, 19 goals, as you said, right down there. Castagnola picking the loose ball up beyond center field and taking it a good ways down in front of his goal. Unable to control it, but beating everybody else there, and Nero picking up the loose ball and sending it through where it counts.
So Casablanca not wasting any time. A very, very quick pony change coming straight back out onto the field. Pampa Norte a little bit more relaxed. True, they did, of course. They had to go all the way down the field. Remember, the umpire will only blow that whistle once he gets to the halfway line to allow the team, in this case Pampa Norte, to go a little bit further. So we will just give them a few more seconds. And but as you rightly said, Steve, Casablanca, well, it took them nearly half a game to get the oh-so-important equaliser. No score in that opening chukker by Pampa Norte. Twice Casablanca with the young guns, Grant Ganzi and Juancito Bellini, hitting the target. 1 goal apiece in chukker number 2, and at the moment it's 2 goals to 0. We isolate chukker number 3 in favour of Casablanca, with Barto Castagnola hitting the target, as did Juan Martinero. So at the moment, Castagnola leading the goal scoring tally with 2 goals scored so far in this game. Losa's a slightly grayer, slightly darker grey helmet. Yes. Here we go then, back to the centre they come. A little over 2.5 minutes left to play in chukker number 3.
So here is Magula Prida, and we've got a delayed whistle on that play right there. So we'll see what Gaston Dorniak, I think we had a player catch a mallet in the shoulder right there on the collarbone, so giving him a little bit of time, and that is Santiago Loza. Just give him a moment to get the sting out, and then we'll resume play. So not intentional. Those things do happen. Accidents occur. So once he's ready to play, I believe we will have a bowl in where the ball was when the whistle was blown.
So, looks like the player is able to continue playing. Ball's thrown into play. I'm sure that'll be a sportsman's kind of return. A nice gesture there as we continue with the action here with the number 4, Pedro Falabella. Sends it down the field, looking for Laprida, but it'll be Ganzi who will send it out, looking for and finding 10-goaler Juan Martinero. Down to 2 minutes and a few seconds left to play here in the first half. Bellini tried to pick that ball up on the run. Little backhand again, a little deflection coming off Juancito's pony. Told to leave it behind. A little snapshot out to the left-hand side, looking for Ganzi. Ganzi will now have a bit more space. Just didn't have the control on that ball. And it's intercepted once again by Pampa Norte. Pampa Norte could now open things up a little bit. But again, slightly topping the ball there, hitting it not clean. Oh, a cheeky little steal here as the man with the number 3, the 8-goaler, Magula Prida, all of a sudden up and away on his own. Ganzi can only watch as Magula Prida makes no mistake on that play and gets his team, Pampa Norte, back in the lead.
Magoo intercepting that pass and picking up the loose ball and taking it right down through, staying 2 steps ahead of Grant Ganzi, who, as you mentioned, could do nothing but watch that ball trickle over the goal line, giving Pampa Norte the lead once again here in the later part of period number 3. Esteban Ferrari bowls the ball in underhand and hard like it's supposed to be, and Barto Castagnola breaks out of there on his own, headed towards goal with 41 seconds on the clock. So can Barto take this ball to goal? 9 goals on the move right here, being backed up by Juancito, and Juan Martinero is just going to keep an eye on things for pleasure. And there's the horn, and that's going to end Chukker number 3 here with Pampa Norte and Casablanca all knotted up at the end of Chukker number 3.
So welcome back. Half-time break over. 6 goals to 6, as you said, Stevie. The equaliser there coming right in the nick of time by Magula Prida. 3 goals to 1. Casablanca still winning that last chukker. Now remember, Pampa Norte coming into this final, into this game, of course, with 4 goals in hand. Ball is picked up nicely here by Magula Prida. Magula Prida looking for Waqas Al-Sadiq. Tried to send it round 2 defending players, a 10-goaler and a 9-goaler. Not an easy thing to do as Juan Martinero with a solid backhand opens up things. A slight deflection there coming off Falabella. That ball was intended to go up to the front door where Juancito is still waiting for that pass. But now watch what Barto does here. He might just do it himself. A very long ball, but it goes wide.
Wide left. What a long shot. It's a shame that that ball got deflected because Juancito Vellini had a few horse lengths on his opponent, and that pass would have put him right out front headed towards goal. But anyhow, here comes Falabella with a knock in off the back line, sending it over to the right-hand side, looking for Santiago Losa. But it's backed out of there by Bellini, deflected, and picked up once again by Falabella. Falabella on the far boards. Grant Ganzi, and even though he has a 1 on his shirt, is playing number 4 in this series of plays right here. And Grant Ganzi going to try and take the ball forward, and a nice back shot. Who only turns on it but Barto Castagnola, and he has 6 horse lengths on the nearest white jersey. And he looks over his shoulder. He sees Loza coming on, and Barto's just going to take that ball towards the goal, walking the dog, and puts it on through to bring Casablanca ahead by 1 goal with a score of 7-6 here early in the 4th period.
Goal number 4 there for the 9-goaler, now leading very much here the goal-scoring tally. No other player has scored more than 1 goal on either side. Waqas Al-Sadiq with a goal, Magula Prida with a goal here for Pampa Norte. But all 4 players of Casablanca now on the score sheet. as they come back to the centre. Ball is thrown into play. Here we go now then. Who's going to pick this one up? It'll be Losa. Santiago Losa with a little snapshot out to the left-hand side, looking for and finding Magula Prida. Going up, making himself available. Waqas Al-Sadiq watches that ball land exactly where he wants it. Waqas for goal number 2. And there it is, making no mistake. Waqas finds himself just where he needed to be. A perfect pass. And all of a sudden, it is 7 goals apiece.
7 Up, sponsored by Bubbly. And all players coming back to the center of the field for a bowl-in on Gaston Dorniac. Chief umpire of the World Polo League right now, Casablanca on the left in black, Pampa Norte in white on your right. So Gaston Dorniac slings that ball in. It goes out the back door where it's picked up by Juan Martin Nero, trying to get around. Santiago Losa sends a pass down. Barto Castagnola can't quite get there in time. And Sadiq attempts a back shot, but once again, Falabella on the ball with an open offside back shot right over to the boards where Waqas El Sadiq is going to pick that ball up. Waqas on the move, on the run. He's trying to get around Juancito Bellini. Juancito breaks up the play momentarily, and here is Nero. Grabs possession of the ball. Nero trying to get around 2 white shirts in front. He's going to do a little circle there and send it over to Grant Ganzi on the far side of the field. Grant goes to retrieve the ball. Oh, can't quite get a handle on it, but he's backed up by Juancito Bellini. Juancito, and he's whistled for his efforts on a turning call, I do believe, which will be a spot hit in favor of Pampa Norte.
Yeah, Falabella there very much on that line. Established firmly. Good call by the umpires. And you saw the player there with the number 4 raising his mallet. So with 3:46, we're going to come back with a penalty hit from the spot at least once they come back after that courtesy pony change, which will be in a matter of 45 seconds. Here we go then. Welcome back to the action. Quick courtesy change. Players are back, and we are, as I said, going to go with continue with a 5A, a hit from the spot. A penalty just a few moments ago created there by Casablanca. Pampa Norte have it. Little switch around here, giving it to Leprida. Leprida now drills one down the field, looking for Waqas. Waqas a little bit too short for him. Juan Martinez will be the first man on the scene. And he will play the ball into the open space, allowing and creating enough space here to send one down the field, looking for Castagnola. Again, perfect pass, another stop, and the next man on the ball will be Juancito Bellini. Bellini slams on the brakes, sends it up back to Castagnola. Castagnola now, try to pick that one up on the full volley. Not an easy shot to do. And had he hit that ball, it looked pretty straight for me. That would have, I'm sure, gone through the uprights. Here we go then. Losa looking for Falabella. Slightly overshot it a little bit as Castagnola will pick it up, turn it. He's got a man completely on his own in the midfield there, and that is Juan Martinero. And Juan Martinero will just get the putter out there. Well, you see, you can't leave a 10-goal up like that on his own. Goal number 2 for Juan Martinero. 8 goals to 7 with a little over 2 minutes left to play in Chukker number 4.
Juancito Bellini taking out a defender down there, allowing Juan Martinero just to casually walk that ball right on through the uprights. So, all 8 players back to the center of the field. Well, they were lined up on umpire Dorniak. Dorniak slings that ball in side-armed, and the ball bounces out front. Lost momentarily by the players, but here is Magula Prida. He wants to do just what Juan Martinero did, but Nero is going to keep pressure on him. That ball a little over to the right-hand side. An attempted belly shot there, but the ball stays on the field, and Barto Castagnola dangerously takes that ball in front of the opponent's goal, sending it up to Grant Gansey. Grant Gansey on the move right now. Can he outrun Falabella? And there is Grant Gansey. He's got 1 horse length. A nice approach shot towards goal, a little bit off to the right-hand side. Grant Gansey hurries up to get there to cut the angle down, but unable to make that shot, not the shot he wanted, so we will have a knock-in off the north back line in favor of Pampa Norte.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there for Grant. He took it well, took it over the halfway line, and a couple of good shots there. Just that last finishing shot there slightly overran it a little bit. As here we go, another nice ball up on the far side for Laprida. Magoo will just hold back a little. Oh, he hit his own teammate there. I'm sure that was unintentional. And it comes at to the doorstep of Barto Castagnola. 2 on 2 now. Castagnola tried to send it back to Juan Martinero. Oh, cheeky steal there. Juanma will send it back. Who can turn on it first? It'll be Castagnola. Takes a shot. Wanted to outplay Laprida. Laprida will take it and clear it. We've had the first horn. There's the under the neck shot. Again, intercepted by Castagnola. Unlucky there. Well, a late whistle here, but a right whistle there as Castagnola turned on the ball, and by doing so, of course, a new line was created on which a player had already established himself. So when we come back, Chukker number 5, we will continue with, well, whatever the umpires decide, but it'll definitely be in favour of Pampa Norte. So 2 more Chukkers to go, 1 goal in it. Just waiting now for 1 or 2 more players to come out onto the field. One, 2, 3, 4. Casablanca there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just waiting for 1 more umpire to grace us with his presence. Here we go then. Play has been called. And it'll be continuing, as we said, with a hit from the spot here in favour of Pampa Norte, who are at the moment just trailing by 1 goal. Intercepted once again, this time Juan Martinero. We'll send it back over the halfway line. He had 2 to choose from. He's going to give it to Castagnola. Castagnola with, again, 1-stop shot here to Grant Gansey. Another perfect pass here to Bellini. Bellini will open his shoulders. Try to slice someone a little bit too fine as Pampa Norte. Falabella will send it back and feed the ball up to Magula Prida. Now a pass here for Waqas Al Sadiq. He's out in front. He's got to be careful. He's got a 10-goaler right behind him. Oh, he slightly topped that ball and hovering as he would. Juan Martinero. Very unlucky there for Waqas Al Sadiq. Let's have a look. He scored in the second. He scored in the 4th Chukker. And all of a sudden, it is the switcheroo here. And a nice long ball there coming from Juan Martinero. Looking for Gansey. Going flat out here. Castagnola will tuck in behind there. But it is once again Magula Prida who'll clear it. Intercepted. Back at the feet there of Gansey. And it just goes wide. Players called. Here we go then. Pampa Norte once again. Falabella bringing the ball into play. Out to the left-hand side. Looking for Magula Prida. Solid shot up to the front again with Waqas Al-Sadiq in mind. But Ganzi just getting there before. Always missed that one. Juan Martinero will pick this one up and send it back out to feed the ball to Ganzi. Ganzi with a lot of space over that on that far side. And he'll be looking for his teammate Juancito Bellini, who will now tuck in nicely behind. Again, a solid backhand there, but again, no white player to be seen. Juanma will send it back, looking for Castagnola. Castagnola avoids the hook. Barto Castagnola just dancing here with Falabella. Waqas coming back to challenge the 9-goaler. Oh, he did well. He did very well. Creating an opportunity here as it's picked up once again by Pampa Norte. Deep in their own half. And we have a whistle.
Juancito on the line and the right away. And Losa coming across there. So I believe we will have a shot in favor of Casablanca.
You're absolutely right, Steve. A penalty, 40 yards the distance here in favour of Casablanca, who, if they were to score here now, it would be the first time that they've actually created a bit of a cushion of 2 goals. And stepping up to the plate will be young Mr. Grant Ganzi. Just ever so slightly putting that one wide. Well, you don't see that very often from Grant Ganzi, putting that one wide. So it stays with just the 1 goal in it. 4:50 on the clock as Tamera will have possession once again. Falabella getting things underway here. Nicely timed. Waqas Al-Sadiq just held back. But Ganzi did enough there to stop Waqas to run away with that one. Juanma will send it back out, looking for Castagnola. But Falabella got there just a little bit earlier. Beg your pardon, that was Losa. Losa now looking for Falabella. Ends up at the feet of Magula Prida. An elegant swing, but a miss as Castagnola will just clear the way there as Juan Martinero will send it out to his left-hand side. Again, nicely intercepted. Losa. No. Falabella. I stand corrected. Falabella. Plenty of time. A long shot down the back line. And it just went wide. It was Losa. So 3:34, Steve. Courtesy change, chucker number 5. Back to the action we go then. Castagnola. Castagnola will pick this one up. High ball picked up there by Falabella, just over the halfway line. Looking for and finding, well, not Magula Prida. He's going to leave this one for Santi Losa. Losa sends a nice ball up to the front. Looking for Wakas Al-Sadiq, but again, Barto Castagnola intercepting that pass and turning defensive play into offensive play. Laprida. Nice open backhand, but again, Castagnola with a cut shot. Outplaying the umpire and his opposition. Castagnola now just needs to get past Magula Prida, but you give a man like Castagnola a chance. He will try and send a long distance ball down the field. This one just going wide. So no score with 2:30 left on the clock.
Laprida giving him a little bit of room, so he did take a long shot, but just wide to the left-hand side. And boy, did he powder that ball down the field as well. So once again, a knock in. Laprida puts the ball back in play off the back line. And looking for a Pampa Norte teammate. And Barto Castagnola picks that ball up right out of the air on a line drive off his mallet. However, here is Pedro Falabella. Falabella on the ball. He's only got one black jersey down there to contend with. And Wakas Al-Sadiq is going to fall in behind. And Falabella taking that ball towards goal and making it count. But no, that ball is backed out of there by Grant Gansey. No signal yet from the goal judge. The ball stays in play, and Barto Castagnola sends it down to Juancito Bellini. Juancito has a few horse lengths on Magula Prida, the next defensive player in line. Juancito with a nice approach shot across the goal. Juancito still has that goal in his sights. Takes a neck shot and sends it on through. So, from one end to the other, Casablanca able to put one more point on the board. And what a play. Pampa Norte missing an opportunity down there at the south end. And Grant Gansey backing that ball out, Nero picking it up and sending it to Barto Castagnola.
Yeah, great play. And see, this is what I love about Casablanca. You know, they will fight for every little ball that they can try and save. And then, as we just saw, from coast to coast here, from one side to the field to the other. But the way they play, and of course Juancito Bellini playing the number 2 this afternoon, you know, a goal getter, a great defender, an all-rounder really. Very, very solid of 4 goals. Ball's back in play. We're under a minute left to play in Chukker number 5. Bellini, this time taking on the role of a defending player. There is a shot from the number 3 from Magula Prida, looking to feed the ball up to Wakas Al-Sadiq. Again, just ever so slightly being beaten there by Castagnola. And now Gansey waiting in vain for that pass to come. But Juan Martinez is on that ball. Give him half a chance to take a shot. Then Gansey will get that ball. Nicely taken again by Juan Martinero. He's on a flyer here. Juan Mar, can he take it all the way? Intercepted deep in their own half. We're down to the last few seconds of play here in Chukker number 5. And that is it. 5 goals to 9. Casablanca now flexing their muscles. Make sure you join us here in just a few moments for the 6th and final Chukker. And final Chukker, 9 goals to 7. Casablanca flexing their muscles as they've done throughout this second half. 2 unanswered Chukkers here by Pampa Norte, Chukker number 1, and the previous Chukker number 5, where they didn't score. And if we look at the way Casablanca have been playing, very, very consistent. 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 again in Chukker number 4, and 1 goal in Chukker number 5. Magula Prida. A little bit of pressure there. Sends the ball out and finding Santiago Losa. Nicely done on the near side. Wakas Al-Sadiq already revving his engine there, going over the halfway line. The ball's a little bit short. It comes off the back of his pony's leg. A little bit unluck there for the young man from Canada. As Barto Castagnola turning things around once again here for Casablanca. There's the pass onto the green, looking for Juancito Bellini, Magula Prida. Last man standing there. In comes with a flying shot there onto goal, Santiago Losa. And another perfect pass here for Waqas Al-Sadiq. Losa again sends it back after Juanma managed to get a little chip on that and send it back. Now then Waqas Al-Sadiq, he's done well on the approach here. Waqas Al-Sadiq just puts that one wide. Very, very unlucky after that nice support that he got there from Santiago Losa. So a little bit unlucky there for Waqas Al-Sadiq. It stays 7 goals to 9. Casablanca once again with possession. The knock-in by Juan Martinero. This time he's found Juancito Bellini. And he has found in turn Grant Ganzi. Little open cut shot there. Bellini will try and redeem himself, bring it back, but he's got to get past Santi Losa. Losa on the sideboards now. That will go over the sideboard, so we will have a change of possession in favour of Casablanca. Juan Martinero. Over to the left side, looking for Ganzi. He will just hold back. Clever play here by the 3-goaler. Leprida will send it back. Looking for Losa. Losa can't pick it up, but Waqas can. He now does that. Returns the gesture, sending the ball back up to Losa. He goes up, wanting that ball back to himself. And now with quite a little bit of space for Waqas Al-Sadiq. Waqas on the approach, trying to correct that ball. He's done ever so well. This time, second attempt, no mistake. Waqas Al-Sadiq with goal number 3 here in Chukker number 6. .354 on the clock. A whistle suggesting a courtesy change, the last of this game. And I'm sure Waqas Al-Sadiq will be delighted with his 3rd goal of the game. Remember, he scored in the 2nd, the 4th, and now in the 6th chukker. Again, not being superstitious here, but he scored only in the even number chukkers. He just thought he'd give the odd numbers a miss. So quick pony change. 6th and final chukker. 9 goals to 7 in favour of Casablanca. Beg your pardon. No, 7. I beg your pardon. Yes, of course. 9-8 after that goal. I completely forgot that goal by Waqas Al-Sadiq. So my question is, and I'm sure they will, the question is, who will be the player for Casablanca to bring them into double figures? Bellini on the halfway line.
Here it is. Juancito has Grant Ganzi out in the center. Juancito going to try and send a shot over to the middle, and a nice soft shot he does, allowing Grant to get right there and put that ball between the uprights. What a nice approach shot by Juancito Bellini to put Casablanca in double figures. So, Jan, ask that question no more. It is Grant Ganzi bringing that team into double figures.
Who said I talked about 10? I was talking about 11 and 12.
Oh, well, in that case, where are you going to put your chips? Who's your chips on this time?
The blue team. Back to the centre they come. 10 goals, 11. I was just kidding with you, Stevie. Great goal there. And again, nice to see the combination between Bellini and Ganzi. They're working so well together. And Grant just, I'm sure he enjoyed sending that one all the way over onto the practice ground. Ball's back in play, and it's picked up by Laprida.
Laprida sends a skyrocket down the field looking for Wakas. Al-Sadiq, and Sadiq out front. Here he is in front of Barto Castagnola, taking the ball towards goal. Couldn't control the bouncing ball, but Barto going to do a tight little circle and turn the ball back around, looking for an offensive drive for Casablanca. However, it is nobody other than Pedro Falabala. Falabala coming in there. That ball's deflected. Grant Ganzi can't quite get to it, nor can Juancito. So here is Falabala still on the move on the far side, working on the near side of his pony. Grant Ganzi's going to leave it for Juancito Bellini, and a nice little pass. Those two working well together on the far side. Juan Martin Nero comes in there as well, and Magoo Laprida picks up the loose ball. Laprida trying to get around those Casablanca jerseys. Laprida sets it up and shoots towards goal, where Wakas Al-Sadiq is, and so is Barto Castagnola. And Barto sends a neck shot over here to the near boards and sending it down for Juancito. He has found him several times today, and we saw this play 2 chukkers ago with Juancito sending a pass right down to Double G, and Double G on the move, letting that ball settle. A nice approach shot once again right here off to the left-hand side. Can he keep it on the field? A little back shot right there. Goal judge has signaled a goal, and what a back shot by Grant Ganzi, putting that ball just before it runs over the back line to the center. And we have said no goal now, so we have confirmed that is a goal. Goal judge Chase down there says, yes, sir, that's right where it needs to be. So all players will come back, and Grant Ganzi once again send Casablanca into double figures for number 11.
Indeed, goal number 3 there for Double G, Grant Ganzi. He scored in the first and left the very best till last. Like his name, Double G, double score in chukker number 6. 3 goals in it now. We're down to the last 40 seconds and playing. Magoo Laprida on the far side. Gets the support once again from Santiago Losa. Sends it back up to Laprida. There is that first horn, 30 seconds, counting down now here, chukker number 6, Magoo Laprida. Can he get one back and make it 9 goals to 11? Magoo weaving his way through those black shirts there. Still, Pampa Norte have possession. An open goal, a flick, and there it is, no mistake. Pedro Falabella making the final score then, 9 goals to 11. Well, that was all they played for here this afternoon, a cracking game. Both teams very, very solid. Casablanca then go through to the semi-finals, where they'll be facing Richard Mille after a clean sheet, winning 3 out of 3 games. Commiserations, but a great fight here from Pampa Norte, a strong team, and I'm sure they will join us here on Wednesday for the semi-finals. For now, that is all we have to give you here from Santa Rita Polo Club. Make sure you join us on Wednesday for the semi-finals of the WPL Triple Crown of Polo 2021.